Hey everybody, welcome back to Techology. Name's Matt. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. This video we're going to talk to you about country of origin, traceability, a little bit of geography, and we'll get it right. Because the first time we've done this, we've got to turn the microphone on. You know what to say, nobody's perfect. So here we go. We, as in us in this room, we're somewhere around here, okay? I don't know where you are because you're on the World Wide Web and all. So, being from here, everything that we need might be here, but that's not how it works, folks. We import and export all around the world. You know, some of the jobs that I've had, I have built things that have landed on 6 out of 7 continents. All right. Not much calling for what I've done down here because all there is ice and penguin. But the rest of them, I've had stuff land on. So I know I've been around manufacturing for a little while, and with manufacturing comes paperwork, and this is where I learned this. So this is one thing that employers really, really like for people to know is about traceability, country of origin, and geography, and that sort of thing. All right, so if you look at it, over here you got China, Eastern Europe, the Middle East, India, Turkey, places like that, and Japan, and of course Taiwan as well. Forgive my quickly drawn map, but you'll get the point. So China, for example, we import a heck of a lot from China. If you've ever bought anything off Wish, you know this. But we also export a lot over there. Funny thing about China, if we send something over there, China prefers that we use American material and Western European materials. They don't even want to use their own materials. That right there should tell you something. All right? And over here, you've got Western Europe, which will be your UK, Scotland, Ireland, Switzerland, Sweden, those places like that. France, you know, Italy. And then below that, of course, is Africa. You may not know this, but Africa has one of the largest lithium mines. For those of you that have been keeping up with the electric cars, that's where the largest lithium mine is. Down here you got Australia, where one of the world's largest aluminum deposits is. Also crocodiles, kangaroos, koalas, and then everything else tries to eat you. All right, so a lot of manufacturing has moved to Central America. You know, that's the way the corporations work nowadays. They want everything cheaper, cheaper, cheaper. So they've moved it out of the U.S. into Central America, into China, into India, into Turkey, because, you know, they can pay a welder in China $2 a week. So ain't many welders over here working for that. Unless, of course, after taxes, maybe. But anyways, so herein lies where the traceability is. Things come from all over the world, and we like to know where things come from. There's many reasons why we like to know where things come from. Say, in America, we have an EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. They don't want us putting anything in the water that we shouldn't. They don't want us putting anything in the air that we shouldn't. So depending on which country you got your metals from, your materials, such as China, what used to be Russia, and some of those places like that, they don't have an EPA. They're just out to make a buck. So they use lead and mercury in their foundry process. And in case you didn't know, lead and mercury will kill you. It's not good for you, it's not good for the air, it's not good for the water, it's not good for anything. But they still use that in their process. You know, and it is just bad for everyone. It absorbs into your skin and it will slowly kill you. So people want to know where their iron was mined from, where their aluminum come from, where everything like that come from, so they know that it's safe, that there's not lead in the paint and that sort of thing. So it's very important to your employer. It can cause fines if you send something to say Fluor or BP or one of those larger corporations like that, go into one of their refineries, and it has unapproved vendors or unapproved locations of where things come from, they will not accept that thing, what you built. Or they'll have you rebuild it, or they will fine you for it. All right? So let's say, like in the Middle East, Saudi, Abu Dhabi, you know, places like that, they will not allow anything in unless it has a country of origin on it. And that's for every single part that went into that assembly. It has to be stated where it come from, where it was mined from, where it was made at, and all of that stuff. All right, let's say you do order something from China. Well, that's where we get into things called lead time. It takes 12 to 16 weeks for it to get on a boat and come here, if it comes to that port. If it has to go through the canal and come into one of these ports or into the port of Catoosa or around to the eastern seaboard, it takes even longer. And it sits in customs for a week, clarifying all the paperwork, the country of origin, trying to make sure that there's nothing in there that that will poison us. All right? So the world is a pretty good sized place, and all this stuff comes from all over the world. You need to know where it comes from. All right, now let's talk about Europe a little bit. You see, I got it broke up into Western Europe and Eastern Europe. A lot of companies don't want anything from Eastern Europe, which would be what used to be Russia, and then Kazakhstan and Crimea and places like that. Again, no EPA, no regulations, no care for the environment. Could be poisonous. And there's the fact that they don't really get along with anybody else. And that has a lot to do with it too. See, if you're a nice guy, people will like you. If you're not a nice guy, people don't want to fool with you. All right? Let's say you're going to export something to China. China's picky about what comes in. They don't really give a crap about what goes out. But if you send Korean material, and I believe some Turkey material, into China, they will throw a fit. They will fine you. They will not accept that because they don't get along with those people. Don't know why. Don't really care. It's none of my business. But they don't get along. So there's a lot of that in the world too. Not everybody's friendly with each other. And I know it kind of stinks. Us as manufacturers, we have to keep up with it, but we do. But they typically will send that in the paperwork, telling you who's an approved vendor, where is an approved location for things to come from, what materials they're okay with, and you just have to follow those said rules. That's all you have to do. With traceability comes heat numbers and lot numbers and that sort of thing. A heat number for metal, whether just plain old carbon steel like this will have a heat number. They can tell you the exact chemical makeup of this. They can tell you where the ore was mined at. They can tell you where it was smelted at. It'll tell you all of that. The recipe and everything. That paperwork's very important because that paperwork will go with that piece to the customer so they know exactly what they have. It might have been better if they'd have told you when you was in grade school why geography was important. In case they didn't, I'm here to tell you that now. I hope this clarifies a little bit. I hope it makes you interested to know why they're asking you to do these things. Sometimes it's easier when you know the how comes and the why fors. There's your how come and your why for. Hope this helps. Y'all have a good day. Thank you.